Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the heart of a dense forest, there lived an old ghost man. No one knew where he came from or how he came to be, but he had lived in the village for as long as anyone could remember. The villagers feared and avoided him, for they believed him to be a ghost who roamed the earth in search of souls to claim. The old ghost man lived in a decrepit old house on the edge of the village, and it was said that strange and eerie things happened there. Villagers claimed that they could hear ghostly laughter coming from the house at night, and that the old man would sometimes be seen floating above the ground, carried by the wind. Despite the villagers' fears, there was one young girl named Lily who was not afraid of the old ghost man. She had heard the stories about him, but she felt that there was something more to him than just a ghost. One day, she mustered up the courage to approach the old man's house and knock on the door. To her surprise, the old ghost man answered the door and invited her in. He was not at all what she had expected. He was a kind and gentle soul, and he had a twinkle in his eye that made her feel welcome. He told her that he was not a ghost, but a wise old man who had lived in the village for many years. He explained that the strange things that happened in his house were just a result of his love of magic and illusions. Lily was fascinated by the old man's stories, and she would often visit him, listening to his tales of magic and wonder. She was the only one in the village who was not afraid of him, and over time, she and the old man became the best of friends. One day, a great tragedy struck the village. A fire had broken out in the forest, and it was spreading quickly towards the village. The villagers were panic-stricken, and they did not know what to do. But Lily remembered the old ghost man's love of magic, and she ran to his house to ask for his help. The old ghost man came out of his house, and with a wave of his hand, he stopped the fire in its tracks. The villagers were amazed, and they realized that the old man was not a ghost after all. He was a wise and powerful magician who had been watching over the village all these years. From that day forward, the villagers no longer feared the old ghost man. They respected and admired him, and they were grateful for his protection. Lily and the old man continued to be the best of friends, and she was proud to be the only one in the village who had known the true nature of the old ghost man. Years passed, and the old man grew old and passed away. But his spirit lived on in the village, and he was remembered as a wise and powerful magician who had protected the village from harm. And Lily, who had been his closest friend, would always remember the lessons she had learned from the old ghost man and the magic that he had brought into her life.